Shawn Dawson is packing his mountain gear, something he has done many, many times.
So it's really right now, it's more of a stage of organizational, making sure that all my gear is up to date, choosing the right clothing, again, checking my medications, make everything sure that I've got everything.
Experience has taught him what's essential. Shawn is one of only a handful of people who have climbed the 7 tallest peaks on 7 continents, including Everest, an incredible accomplishment which also raised millions for 7 local charities. He's heading back to Everest this time to complete a trek to base camp, derailed in 2015 because of the earthquake in Nepal. I'm pleased to be having a conversation today with Shawn Dawson. Thank you for doing this.
It's awesome. I'm glad that we could do this.
You've packed up for Everest a couple times now. If the earthquake hadn't happened, you wouldn't be doing this again.
No. I mean, and that's what happened. Because of the earthquake in 15, I promised the team after that I would go ahead and say, listen, because this was supposed to end 7 years. The whole idea, Dream Mountains, was to reach $1 million. We did that last year. We accomplished the goal, but come back full circle, and it was time to honor what I had promised to the team. Now, not all the team members are going to go back. So to make up the difference, what I did is I opened it up to our alumni. Okay. So everybody that's on this trip, there's 21 people, including 22, including myself, but they have all been on a dream team at one point or another over the last 7 years. Yeah. So,
do you think you'll be reliving the earthquake?
I think it's going to help the people that are on this team that were there. I think it's going to help them bring some closure.
And have they been tormented by the experience?
I think each went through. I think the people that are specifically coming back are really looking forward to it. I know that it was very tough on a lot of the team. There's actually been a few of the team that have made, over the last couple of years, didn't want to wait until this year and have made the trip themselves. And it's been good for them. It's been good for their souls, and it's been great to see that they did it. I'm excited to go back because Nepal and Kathmandu and the whole, all of it has a special place in my heart. And I have friends there, and I've been in contact with them. So I'm excited to go back and see how they're doing, to see the progression of Nepal over the last 3 years. Yeah. They're amazing people. I mean, we talk about first world problems. I mean, you can't. It's funny, we showed pictures back when the earthquake had taken place, and ironically, we'd show pictures of Kathmandu, and people were like, oh my God. And we're like, that's actually before the earthquake. And
do you know what to expect now?
Well, I have friends, so I've been in contact, so I know, but I think for the people that are new to this experience, that aren't part of the original ones, it's going to be really eye-opening for them. I think it's going to really be heartwarming for the people that were there the first time. And then once we leave and we head to Lukla and we start the trek to base camp, it's all a new adventure for all of them. So, except for my assistant guide. But otherwise, everybody else this is going to be okay. And it's a camaraderie. Dream Mountains builds friendships. It changes people's lives. I've seen it firsthand. So it's always kind of nice to sit back and go, interesting, see how this is going to play out.
So let's pretend in a few weeks from now, everyone has gone to Nepal. They've accomplished what they set out to do. What next for you? I mean, all you've seemed to have been doing for the last,
decade almost.
Yeah, is climbing mountains and raising money. What are you going to do?
I've got a contingency plan. So I started a year ago. I started professionally, I guess, or you could say racing, stair racing. So now I race to the top of the highest buildings in North America. And I just recently did the CN Tower 2 weeks ago. I came in 106 out of 8,700 people.
How many stairs?
1,776. The most difficult one that I've yet is the Willis Tower in Chicago. I've had 2 years of now attempting to do that one. That's 2,109 stairs.
Shawn, can I ask why? Why?
Well, I'm 50 now, and
that's young, okay?
Yeah. Well, I actually agree. I love getting older. I love living life. So I truly do. I don't have any regrets from the years. I love getting older, I love learning, and I love experiencing my life. So the stair racing it's a good way to kick me in the butt, to keep me training at a level that's going to keep me healthy, and it gives me a goal. It gives me something to go after, and it gave me an idea. So I'm hoping that down the line, I think Ottawa, we have a building that's 55 stories that's in the plans for being built. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that when that does get built, that I can work with them and or another building in the city that's high enough, and we can create a Dream Mountain stair race and make it a charitable event. And
have it annually or something?
Oh yeah, have it annually and get it to be, I'd love to get to at least 1,000 people doing it a year.
How have you changed from the beginning when you started this, the mountain climbing and setting all these goals for yourself and raising money for charity? Who was that guy that started, and who are you now?
I don't know. I think if you talk to people that are close to me, my friends and family, I don't know if I've changed a lot. I've always been a reasonably driven person.
Where did that come from?
Well, I have a wasted youth, or you could say. I spent 2 years in juvenile as a child, as a teenager, and
is that because of you or something that happened in your background?
No, I don't blame it on anybody. It was choices I made as a young person. I had good family. I just made bad choices, got me and myself into really bad spots. But as I've gotten older, I've worked really hard in my career, and I just felt that it was time for me to start giving back. And I had done work with Habitat for Humanity around the world. I'd done 3 international climbs in Ghana and China and El Salvador. I had actually, my first climb was Kilimanjaro for Care Canada. And I just thought, there's more I can do here. The opportunity to do Everest came from a friend of mine, Major Megan McGrath, who was the first Canadian woman to do the 7 summits. And she gave me that little push, and you can do this, but you're going to have to make a decision if you really want to do it, and you're going to risk everything to do it. So,
there's people have they reach turning points, and that's nice, and that glow or that drive lasts a little while.
Some people buy sports cars, and I climb Everest.
I know,
it's my 40-year ditch.
No, but sometimes it doesn't last very long. For you, it continues. So where does that motivation, that continuous motivation, come from? I'm asking for myself.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I make my mistakes too, and I try hard, and I just do my best every day as well.
Some days, do you ever want to not get out of bed?
Yeah, all the time.
Exercise?
Not exercise.
Did you ever consider not going back to Everest?
No, not one bit. As a matter of fact, I've got 3 companies, and I've got my personal life. I had a very close friend of mine die yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on, but I've got a commitment to make. Mm-hmm. And in 6 days, I'm leaving to lead a team of people that have put all their commitments. They've worked hard for the last 6 to 8 months. They've influenced their family, their friends. I love, and it was never something I really understood would happen, I love the ripple in the pond effect of Dream Mountains. Yeah. I love what it's done. And, I don't do that. I could care less what people really deep down think, or if they go, well, there's an alternative motive, there's whatever.
Have you heard that? Has anyone questioned you?
Sometimes over the years, people, why does he do it? It's got to be, maybe, even the fundraising. Like, everybody understands what Dream Mountains that know it. Every penny goes directly to the charities. Matter of fact, we design it that way, so it's very transparent.
And you've seen the change that's making.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And we've developed great relationships with the charities that we're involved with.
And they're grateful.
Well, yeah, I think at the beginning there was like, oh, well, thanks very much. But as time has gone on, the same idea, they're like, okay, Dream Mountains is actually, we're counting on you guys. Like, we need this now. Like, we really want this. Yeah. And they're concerned too, what are you going to do now? So I do feel like there's a certain obligation, but not an obligation that I don't mind stepping up for. Mm-hmm. And with Dream Mountains continuing on, we've got a contingency plan where we're looking at continuing the dream teams. It just won't be with me leading. It is 1,000 hours a year roughly that I put into it, and the stair race. There'll be another way to help the charities that way, but I can groom alumni that want to continue on and share what they've learned.
And there are people who want to do that.
Yeah, there are. So I think that we can still keep doing.
For a lot of folks.
I think we can keep doing the dream teams while I focus on something even more and something different that will keep me inspired to keep driving forward. So
do you know what that might be?
I think it's going to be the stair races for now. Along with just just enjoying my life and enjoying my friends and family, and I love building my businesses, and I just I've been in situations in my life where I've been extremely close to death, more than most people have, and I understand it, I respect it, and I don't want to be sitting back wishing I had done more.
Well, I want to wish you all the best on this adventure, and good luck with everything else.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for having coffee with me.
I loved it.
Right, this is Shawn Dawson. And to the rest of your team, too. Okay? Okay.